Hey friends, welcome back to another episode of the Savvy Successful Mompreneur Podcast, where we talk about building your dream business while still loving your real life. I'm your host, Savannah. We took a quick break last week because I was under the weather and needed rest, but if you've been following along, you know we've been walking through the 4 S's to Savvy Success: service, strength, silence, and success. Today, we're diving into the third S: silence. Now, I can already hear the laughter from all the moms listening. Silence? What's that? But here's the truth. Silence isn't about a noise-free house. It's okay if there's a cartoon blaring in the background. It's about creating inner quiet, space for your soul to breathe, your mind to rest, and your faith to speak. In a world that glorifies hustle and constant motion, silence is your secret weapon. So grab your coffee, find a cozy spot, and let's talk about how silence can restore your peace, sharpen your focus, and reconnect you to what really matters. Now, when I say silence, I don't mean you have to sit cross-legged on a mountaintop or spend an hour meditating in perfect stillness. Silence is simply the pause between the noise. It's choosing to stop scrolling before bed. It's the breath you take before reacting. It's 5 minutes of stillness before the world wakes up. Silence is sacred because it creates space, and space is where clarity lives. When we fill every second with sound, podcasts, notifications, kids, tasks, we lose connection to the quiet voice of wisdom that guides us. Have you ever noticed how your best ideas come in a shower, on a quiet drive home, or while folding the laundry? That's because your brain finally has room to speak. Silence isn't empty. It's alignment. It's where you meet yourself again. It's where God whispers direction, comfort, and peace. When you start practicing silence intentionally, you'll realize you're not running from your thoughts anymore. You're learning from them. Now, for me, silence is spiritual. It's not just about being quiet. It's about listening. Now, I'm going to get a little religious here, but stick with me. The Bible tells us in Psalm 46:10, "Be still and know that I am God." That verse isn't just poetic, it's practical. Stillness invites trust. When we slow down enough to be silent, we're saying, God, I don't have to fix everything. I just have to be with you. And that shift changes everything. Silence in faith looks like reading a verse and sitting with it instead of rushing on. Praying without words, just resting in God's presence. Letting gratitude fill the gaps where worry once lived. You'll start noticing that your answers often arrive after moments of quiet, not in the chaos of busyness. If you've been feeling distant from your purpose or your peace, try beginning your day with 5 minutes of silence and prayer. No agenda, no checklist, just you and God. And you'll be amazed at how that 5 minutes realigns your entire day. Now, let's be real. As moms in business, our minds rarely stop spinning. We're thinking about client projects, dinner plans, dance class, emails, laundry, all at once. But here's the thing. Mental noise costs energy. Silence is the reset button your brain desperately needs. You don't have to take a full day off, although it's amazing if you can. But start with moments. Driving with no music, sitting in your car before walking inside, just breathing. Take a walk without your phone. These moments are mini meditations that bring your nervous system back to calm. When you give your brain a break from input, it rewards you with focus, patience, and clarity. Silence becomes your superpower, not an inconvenience. And honestly, the more you practice quiet, the more peace you bring into the loud parts of your life. And I know what you're thinking. My house is never silent. Mine either. I have kids, dogs, employees, visitors, cartoons blaring on every TV. But silence at home doesn't have to mean no sound. It means creating calm. Try this. Wake up 5 minutes before everyone else. Sit with your morning drink, whether that be tea, coffee, or water, and just breathe in silence. Turn off the background TV for an hour and play soft music, or nothing at all. I've started quietly playing classical music at a low volume during the day, and it brings instant luxury and a calming vibe to my home. Light a candle while you cook dinner, and let that be your signal to slow down. These small moments teach your family that peace matters. Your kids learn from what you model, and they see you protecting your quiet time. They'll begin to understand the value of rest too. Home should feel like a soft place to land, not another source of noise. And you have the power to set that tone. Now, let's talk about how silence plays into your business. As entrepreneurs, we're told to always show up, post more, do more, be more. But there's strength in strategic pause. Silence in business looks like stepping back before you launch to make sure it really aligns with your values. Not responding to a DM the second it arrives so you can reply with clarity. Taking a week to plan instead of posting from pressure. Stillness gives you strategy. When you operate from constant motion, you make reactive decisions. When you allow silence, you make intentional ones. Some of the best business moves you'll ever make will come from the space between doing and deciding. So give yourself permission to pause. Your business will thank you for it. Here's a simple rhythm you can start today. In the morning, center yourself. Before your day starts, take 5 deep breaths. Ask, what do I need to do today? In the afternoon, have a midday moment, a reset. Step away from your phone, stretch, pray, walk, or just step outside for a quick breath and fresh air. In the evening, take time to reflect. Ask yourself, what did I learn today? And think about one thing you're grateful for. That's it. Less than 15 minutes. But it can completely shift your energy. Because silence doesn't demand time. It demands intention. So let's recap. Silence isn't the absence of sound. It's the presence of peace. It connects you to your faith and helps you hear God's guidance. It creates mental clarity and emotional balance. It gives you wisdom and strategy in business. You don't need a perfect routine to find silence. You just need a willingness to pause. This week, I challenge you to create space for stillness, even if it's only for a few minutes. Turn down the noise, tune into your heart, and listen. You'll be amazed at what peace sounds like. If this episode brought you a sense of clarity, share it with a friend who needs it. Tag me at Savvy Successful Mompreneur. Until next time, stay savvy, stay strong, and keep showing up with heart. See you next week.